Hey everybody. Here's my disclaimer. If you sensitive, leave. If you sensitive, leave. I have to. This is 2024. The one thing I hate is when you play in my face and you think I'm a fucking dummy. Like you think we're dummies. You play in our face, and then now because it's lucrative for you, you wanna bring us back involved. Um That bitch always look like Shark Tale to me in the face. I don't give a fuck. Y'all's Little Mermaid is a big fat FAZION liar. Shout out, Funky Daniva, who dragged her fucking sister because she was cursing us out, acting like she was a thug. Chloe, whose music is mid at best, who tried so hard to sell us sex when she looks like a fucking Cabbage Patch doll. You cannot sell us sex when you look like a lady, baby. And our introduction to you was fucking wholesome, kitty. And now you're trying to gyrate and try to be Beyonce's doppelganger, and it just didn't work for you. But anyway, you went online and dragged us about how your fucking sister was not pregnant and to leave her alone and get out of people's business and yada, 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 and wear this and wear that. And then not but a couple of days later, DDG, the baby daddy, and Halle Bailey are posting that the best gift they got in 2023 was their son named Halo. Now, let me tell you something, bitch. You went and got legs from Ursula and got pregnant 15 minutes later? Now, I'm going back and forth on some people on the Shade Room because they commented, the Shade Room put up how DDG is talking about how Halle is such a good mom. She's been a mom for 17 and a half minutes. How the fuck is she a good mom? Anywho, and I put, my comment was, y'all left us out. Don't put us in. We do not care. Now you got the diehards and the whatever. They don't know you. And I wrote, and you don't know me. Yet you felt compelled to comment on my comment. You see how that works, whore? It's human fucking nature. Then somebody else wrote, they don't owe you anything. You're nobody to them. And I wrote, this is just a few of my responses because as a child who grew up fat, a little bit handicapped, awkward looking in Brooklyn, New York, who couldn't fight because I wore a back brace, I learned to be a fucking, and as we call it, disser. One thing I know how to do is fucking tear you down with my mouth, and not in the sexy kind of way. So when that person wrote all of that stuff, I wrote, society, your cum guzzling mama, attractiveness, and money don't give a fuck about you either. And I hate that for you. What they don't know is I'm petty Betty. Okay? Nicki Minaj is not the only petty Miss Petty. I'm Miss fucking Petty. And I have time today. But anywho, there's probably going to be some more. And I'm reckless. And my Instagram is probably going to get, in trouble. Because you can't say cum guzzling mama without getting in trouble. But these people could say they don't give a fuck about me. But I don't care. You came on my comment. I didn't come on yours. Okay? Don't come for me. I didn't call for you. So I never was really into the Bailey sisters. I thought they were cute. I like that they were on the documentary with Who's Rashida Jones' daddy name? Oh my God, I can remember Rashida Jones, but I can't remember her daddy. The musician. I like the fact that they were on and he really talked about their vocal ability and the true talent, which I agree. They are talented, entertaining entertainers. And I say that to say, you are here. Your job is to entertain us. We didn't pull for you to work for us. You chose to work for us. You are entertainers. You then take all that comes with it, the cost of fame, the price of fame, so to speak, because you want that. Whether your parents introduced you to it as children, when you became adults, you kept that going. Now, a child star, who doesn't want to be a child star? I get it. Your parents are pushing you, yada, yada, yada. But when you become of age, you don't have to keep going. You don't have to keep making albums. You don't. What you can do is take that money you made as a child, go to NYU, get a degree, and become a regular person. Just like that woman, she's a woman now, but Hermione Granger, I don't know her fucking name, her real name. You know why I don't want her real, I don't know her real name? Once the movies were over, I believe she went to NYU, got a degree, and became a regular schmegular degular person from the Bronx. You don't have to continue with the fame, but what happened is you enjoyed it and it became your profession, and nothing is fucking wrong with that. Excuse me, I'm spitting. And nothing is wrong with that. But what is wrong is when you want to lambaste people who seem interested in your life for being interested in your life. And I put this post up before. You don't want us in your business. You tell us to get out of your business, and then want us to support your business. You get how that's saying? Don't ask us to get out of your business and then support your business. How does that work? Now, I'm going to be fair. Did Halle Bailey have to let us know that she was pregnant with child at 22 years old, because she's 23 now? Did she have to let us know that she was with child? Absolutely not. You did not have to make a public statement. You did not have to make an announcement. You didn't have to do all of those things. And let me tell you why. As a woman who took damn near a decade to get pregnant, who had to use science to get pregnant, who had to take breast cancer medication to get pregnant, who had to have the aid of a doctor to get pregnant, morbidly obese, and was pregnant with multiples, and was told all of the statistics of my potential maternal death rate and the death rate of my babies or fetuses at this point, I was scared to tell anybody I was pregnant. Because if I had lost those babies, it would have been pain for people who loved and care about me and my husband. And it would have been pain for them to know that these babies didn't make it. I was very scared to tell anybody, and I did not make an announcement until I was out of my first trimester. I told my mother and my close people, but I didn't make a public statement until I was safely out of my first trimester, and I pretty much did not give any I pretty much did not share any progression until I was past 26 weeks, because if anything happened, they could be taken out and they could live past 26 weeks. That was my mental thought. Now, I say this to say, she did not owe us anything and she didn't have to tell us. But what I don't like is a fucking liar. Don't address it at all. Don't address it at all. When we called you out for hiding your body in these obvious dresses, when you went online, you chose to go online and go live. We didn't ask you to. When you chose to set up your phone to go live and share your life with us because that is lucrative to you. When you chose to do that and we saw bassinets in the back, we saw breast pumps, we saw your belly as you ran across, and I'm talking about Halle and her partner DDG, when we saw you run across the back, obviously looking pregnant, because you went on live, because you make your money via social media, and you need to go live to get those views, to get the money. When you chose to do that and we called you out on what we fucking saw, and you told us pretty much who you gonna believe, me or your lying eyes. When we called you out on it, you called us, the viewing public, liars, crazy, clout chasing, trying to make something out of nothingers. When you could have easily just ignored all the comments. You could have ignored all of the comments. You could have ignored the posts. Just don't say nothing. But what you did is you responded and you made us think that we were fucking crazy and clout chasers and made us feel like shit. Not me, because I don't give a fuck. There are people who actually, they are fans. You know what fan is short for? Fanatics. You made your fanatics think they were crazy, made them feel bad for caring and being happy for you guys, because we obviously noticed the pregnancy and saw signs of a living baby. And then you post, the best gift you got in 2023 was your son Halo, and the world is dying to meet you. No, we're not. No, we're not. A lot of us are fucking done with you. We're done. I don't give a fuck about you. I never watched The Little Mermaid. One, I don't like remakes. And although you could probably sing the house down, girl, I didn't watch it. You just don't do it for me. You're not my era, you're not my genre, and I fucking hate remakes. I'm not watching The Color Purple, the new one. I don't watch remakes. And the movies that I have watched, which I realized are remakes, I didn't know it was a remake, so I didn't see the first one, so it don't bother me. For example, I just saw Assault on Precinct 13 is a movie that came out in the mid-70s. I thought it was the William Fishburne version. Is that him? Anyway, when they're locked up in the prison and the cops have to use the prisoners to help defend, I believe that's Lawrence Fishburne. That's the first version I've ever seen. So when I was on Tubi looking for something good to watch, I saw Assault on Precinct 13 was a remake. I said, oh shit, it's a remake. But if I didn't know it was a remake, it don't bother me. But I've seen the Disney cartoon version of The Little Mermaid. And although this is live action, I was not interested. So, and it's funny because I was all for the live action version of Cinderella with Brandy, and the acting was so believable. You had me thinking an Asian, or if he's a Chinese man, a black woman, Whoopi Goldberg, could make the prince, right? Oh no, I'm sorry, a white man. A white man who played the king. Whoopi Goldberg, who played the queen, could make a Chinese Asian son who played the prince in Cinderella. That shit didn't even bother me. I didn't even notice that. The actor was so good. And Cinderella, who had micro braids, curled up. I watched that, but just something about you just didn't trigger me to watch Little Mermaid. I wasn't a hater. I didn't talk bad about it. I just was like, okay, she's we're gonna put her in red dreadlocks. All right, that's what y'all doing. Enjoy. Take y'all little daughters to go see it. But Little Mermaid was never for me, because I don't like a bitch doing all of that just to get a man. I don't like that shit. And quiet as it's kept, Ursula is my favorite motherfucking character. That bitch was fly as fuck. I don't, people say she's an octopus, but she only has 6 legs. Bitch, she has 2 arms. That's 8. Come on, get with it. Get with it. We can't give her 8 tentacles and then she has 2 arms. That's 10. She's an octopus. She has 8 extremities, 6 tentacles and 2 arms. 8. I was always here for Ursula, who could have picked any form she wanted. Do y'all realize that? Ursula could have picked any form she wanted. And she picked a fat, short-haired, gray, face beat to the gods octopus. Fly. Anywho, fuck your society standards of beauty. This is beauty to me. So anywho, I'm tired of the celebrities, and I'm going to use my platform, because this is my platform and this is my YouTube channel. This is what I want to do, to live in my age of Aquarianness and call out the bullshit. Stop playing in our face. Stop playing on my top, Buki. Stop. You are no longer allowed. You are no longer allowed to tell us to stay the fuck out of your business and then ask us to support your content, your movie. Stop. I'm not. You don't get to choose the celebrity. You don't get to choose the celebrity. You don't get to choose the celebrity life. Reap all of the benefits, the money, the fame, the fortune. You don't get to choose that life and cherry pick what the fuck we're supposed to be interested in. I said before, if I ever blow up and I become mainstream, it is going to be very uncomfortable for me, and it might be something I have to reject. I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like being, but at the flip side, I do get excited when I just realized I got 4 more subscribers and now we're at 20. Welcome. Woo, 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 woo. So I gotta see if that's something I really want. Because I keep saying I don't want the fame, but I get excited about 4 more people who have subscribed to watch me. So maybe it's something I don't want. Maybe it's something I'm not. Maybe it's something I don't know I want. That's better to say it. You don't know what you want until you get it, right? I could say, constantly out of my dick suckers that I don't want fame until I get famous. You know what I mean? But what I will do is stand on my fucking square. And if I tell you to stay out of my business, what I'm going to do is show you what I want and what I want. Pretty much. If I don't want you to know what my kids or my man look like, I'm not going to show you my kids and my man. But what I'm not going to do is show you my kids and my man and tell you, don't ask questions about them, da 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 da. What I can respect about Super Scent, when she said, I'm not going to tell you guys I need privacy at this time because she's going through a public breakup, is because she admits that she made her relationship public. And she said, how could I ask you to stay out of my relationship when I put y'all in my fucking relationship? Thank you, Super. Thank you, Super Scent. Because what you did is had all or most of your relationships public. We saw when y'all got together. We saw the engagements because they were filmed. We saw the businesses that you helped these people start, these men start. And now y'all are having a public breakup. You can't tell us not to comment, not to talk about it, not to give our opinion when you brought us in. So I'm not going to tell you to stay out of my fucking business and I brought you in and then turn around and say, support me. That doesn't make any sense. And that's what Halle Bailey, Chloe Bailey, DDG and their camp did. That is what you did. You told us that we were fucking crazy, that you were not pregnant. Shout out again to Funky Dineva, who was on TGI Friday and said, why are you lying and playing in our face, Chloe? We know that she's pregnant. We could see it. We're not fucking dumb. And people dragged Funky and told him he was wrong. And now months later, here is a beautiful baby's hand whose name is Halo. And quiet as it's kept, to Funky Dineva, quiet as it's kept, bitch, we already knew.